Think you've mastered Azure Fundamentals? Part 10 will challenge your knowledge with real exam-style questions. Let's see if you're ready for 2025. Question 51. You have an Azure web app. You need to manage the settings of the web app from an iPhone. What are two Azure management tools that you can use? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. This question tests your knowledge of which Azure management tools are accessible from mobile devices like an iPhone. You need to identify tools that are web-based or browser accessible, not desktop-only applications that require installation on specific operating systems. The options are A, the Azure portal, B, Azure Cloud Shell, C, Windows PowerShell, D, Azure Storage Explorer. Think of managing Azure from your iPhone like checking your bank account on your phone. You need tools that work through a web browser, not desktop software. The key word here is iPhone. You need cross-platform, browser-based tools that don't require Windows installations or special downloads. The correct answer is the Azure portal, Azure Cloud Shell. Both the Azure portal and Azure Cloud Shell can be used to manage Azure web app settings from an iPhone because they're both web-based tools accessible through any browser. Here's why these work. The Azure portal is a web-based management console that you access by opening Safari or any browser on your iPhone and navigating to portal.azure.com. It provides a graphical user interface where you can manage all Azure resources, including web app settings like configuration, deployment, scaling, and monitoring. Since it's entirely web-based, it works on any device with internet connectivity and a browser, including iPhones. Azure Cloud Shell is an interactive, browser-based shell environment accessible directly from the Azure portal. When you click the Cloud Shell icon in the Azure portal on your iPhone, you get access to both Bash and PowerShell command line interfaces for managing Azure resources. You can run Azure CLI commands or PowerShell commandlets to configure your web app settings, all from your iPhone's browser. The mobile app also includes integrated Cloud Shell access. Why the other options are incorrect. C. Windows PowerShell. This is a Windows-based command line tool that requires installation on Windows, Mac OS, or Linux computers. It cannot be installed or run directly on an iPhone. D. Azure Storage Explorer. This is a desktop application designed specifically for managing Azure storage accounts. It's not available for iPhone and isn't designed for general web app management tasks. Quick takeaway: iPhone plus Azure management equals web-based tools only. Azure Portal, Web GUI, and Azure Cloud Shell, browser-based command line, both work perfectly from your iPhone's browser. To get the free PDF or mock test, comment PDF or mock or both. I will share the downloadable link within next 24 hours. Question 52. You plan to map a network drive from several computers that run Windows 10 to Azure Storage. You need to create a storage solution in Azure for the planned mapped drive. What should you create? This question is asking which Azure Storage Service supports mapping network drives using the traditional Windows File Sharing Protocol, SMB. You need to identify the service that allows Windows 10 computers to connect to Azure Storage as if it were a local or network drive, just like accessing a file server. The options are A, an Azure SQL database, B, a virtual machine data disk, C, a file service in a storage account, D, a blob service in a storage account. Think of mapping a network drive like accessing your company's shared folders at work. You click Map Network Drive in File Explorer and get a drive letter like Z that points to a file server. Azure Files works exactly the same way using the SMB Server Message Block protocol, so your Windows 10 computers can treat Azure Storage like a regular network file share. Correct answer is a file service in a storage account. To map a network drive from Windows 10 computers to Azure Storage, you need to create Azure Files, a file service within a storage account. Here's why this is correct. Azure Files provides fully managed file shares in the cloud using the SMB, Server Message Block, protocol, which is the same protocol Windows uses for traditional network file shares. When you create an Azure Files share, Windows 10 computers can map it as a network drive using File Explorer's Map Network Drive feature with a UNC path like storageaccountname.file.core.windows.net share name. You authenticate using the storage account name and access key, and the drive appears in File Explorer just like any other mapped network drive. Azure Files is specifically designed to replace on-premises file shares and allows multiple systems to access shared files simultaneously through standard SMB protocols that Windows natively supports. Why the other options are incorrect. A. An Azure SQL database. This is a relational database service for storing structured data, not files. You cannot map SQL databases as network drives in File Explorer. B. A virtual machine data disk. Data disks are attached to individual VMs for their own storage and cannot be directly mapped as network drives from multiple Windows 10 computers. They're not shared file storage. D. A blob service in a storage account. Azure Blob Storage is for unstructured object storage accessed via REST APIs or HTTP, not through the SMB protocol. You cannot map blob storage as a traditional Windows network drive using File Explorer. Quick takeaway. Map network drive in Windows 10 equals Azure File Service. It uses SMB protocol just like traditional file servers and appears as a drive letter like Z in File Explorer. If this video is helping you, support us by hitting the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Question 53. This question requires that you evaluate the text inside to determine if it is correct. An Azure service is available to all Azure customers when it is in public preview. Instructions. Review the text inside. If it makes the statement correct, select No change is needed. If the statement is incorrect, select the answer choice that makes the statement correct. This question tests your understanding of Azure's service lifecycle stages and who can access services at each stage. You need to determine whether public preview correctly describes the stage when all Azure customers can access a new service or feature. The options are A. No change is needed. B. Private preview. C. Development. D. An enterprise agreement EA subscription. Think of it like a movie release. A private screening is invitation only for select VIPs, while a public preview is open to everyone who wants to buy a ticket. Similarly, Azure services have different availability levels. Some are invite only, while others are open to all customers to test before the final production release. Correct answer is A. No change is needed. The statement is absolutely correct as written. An Azure service in public preview is available to all Azure customers with an active subscription. Here's the Azure service lifecycle. First comes private preview, invitation only for select customers. Then public preview, available to all Azure customers. And finally, general availability, or GA, production ready for all customers. During public preview, Microsoft opens access to the broader customer base to gather feedback, test features, and identify issues before the final GA release. Public preview services are available to anyone with an Azure subscription and can be accessed through the Azure portal or Azure Updates page. However, important note, public preview services typically don't include SLA guarantees, may have limited support, and are generally not recommended for production workloads. Why the other options are incorrect. B. Private preview. This is wrong. Private preview is invitation only and available to a limited select group of customers invited by Microsoft, not all Azure customers. C. Development. This isn't an official Azure service lifecycle stage. Microsoft uses the terms private preview, public preview, and general availability, not development. D. An enterprise agreement EA subscription. This is incorrect. Public preview is available to all Azure customers regardless of subscription type, DMAC, not just EA customers. Quick takeaway, public preview available to all Azure customers. Private preview, invitation only. Remember, public preview services are as is without SLA and shouldn't be used for critical production workloads. Question 54. A company is planning on using Azure for hosting production-based resources and applications from its on-premises infrastructure. Which option allows cloud customers to reuse existing software licenses? This question is asking which licensing model allows companies to transfer and reuse their existing on-premises software licenses when they migrate to Azure. You need to identify the specific acronym Microsoft uses for the program that lets customers bring their current licenses to the cloud instead of buying new ones. The options are BYOL, B, BYOB, C, COPE-D, BYOD. Think of it like bringing your own furniture when you move to a new apartment. Instead of buying everything new, you can reuse what you already own. Similarly, BYOL lets you take your existing Microsoft Windows Server or SQL Server licenses and use them on Azure virtual machines, saving significant costs on licenses you've already paid for. Correct answer is BYOL. Bring your own license is the correct answer. BYOL is a licensing model that allows companies to apply their existing on-premises software licenses to Azure cloud services. Here's how it works. When migrating to Azure, companies with existing Windows Server, SQL Server, or other Microsoft software licenses can transfer those licenses to Azure virtual machines instead of purchasing new licenses. This requires active software assurance on most licenses, and Microsoft honors these licenses in Azure as if it were an extension of your on-premises data center. BYOL provides significant cost savings because you only pay for Azure infrastructure, compute, storage, networking, without paying additional licensing fees for software you already own. For example, if you have 10 Windows Server licenses on premises with software assurance, you can migrate those workloads to Azure VMs using BYOL and avoid buying new cloud licenses. This model offers flexibility, cost efficiency, and helps companies maximize their existing software investments when moving to the cloud. Why the other options are incorrect. BYOB, bring your own bandwidth. This isn't an official Azure licensing model. While networking is important, this acronym doesn't relate to software license reuse in the cloud. COPE, corporate owned, personally enabled. This is a mobile device management model where companies provide devices for employee use, not a cloud licensing strategy. BYOD, bring your own device. This refers to employees using their personal devices, phones, laptops, for work purposes, not about reusing software licenses in Azure. Quick takeaway. Reuse existing licenses in Azure equals BYOL, bring your own license. It saves money by letting you migrate on-premises Windows Server, SQL Server, and other licenses to the cloud with active software assurance. Question 55. Which accountability aspect is available through the Azure Service Trust Portal? This question tests your knowledge of what the Azure Service Trust Portal actually provides to customers. You need to identify which accountability or compliance-related feature is accessible through this specialized Microsoft portal. The options are A, assigning policy compliance responsibilities, B, delegated IAM access, C, delegated VM access, D, FedRAMP access. Think of the Service Trust Portal like a library of compliance certificates and audit reports. It's where Microsoft shows you all the security and compliance documentation proving they meet regulatory standards. It helps you understand the shared responsibility model by clearly documenting which compliance tasks are Microsoft's responsibility and which ones are yours as the customer. Correct answer is assigning policy compliance responsibilities. The Azure Service Trust Portal provides comprehensive compliance documentation that helps organizations understand and assign policy compliance responsibilities between Microsoft and the customer through the shared responsibility model. Here's what the Service Trust Portal offers. It's a centralized online resource that provides compliance reports, trust documents, audit reports, penetration test results, and compliance guides for Azure and other Microsoft cloud services. Most importantly, it includes documents like the Shared Responsibility Matrix that clearly outlines which compliance requirements are Microsoft's responsibility and which are the customer's responsibility for different services. For example, the PCI DSS Shared Responsibility Matrix helps customers understand their obligations for payment card security compliance when using Azure. Why the other options are incorrect. B, delegated IAM access, Identity and Access Management, IAM, delegation is configured through the Azure portal using Azure RBAC, not through the Service Trust Portal, which is a read-only documentation resource. C, delegated VM access. Virtual machine access delegation is managed through Azure Portal and Azure Bastion, not the Service Trust Portal, which focuses on compliance documentation, not infrastructure access. D, FedRAMP access. While the Service Trust Portal contains FedRAMP compliance documentation and reports, it doesn't provide FedRAMP access as a feature. FedRAMP is a compliance framework, not an access mechanism. Quick takeaway. Azure Service Trust Portal equals compliance documentation hub that helps you assign and understand policy compliance responsibilities through shared responsibility matrices, audit reports, and compliance guides. Congratulations on completing part 10 of the AZ-900 series. If you want to continue mastering Azure, Part 11 will cover the remaining exam topics and common tricky questions. Like, share, and subscribe, and download the free PDF in the description to reinforce your learning. See you in the next part.